care about what people think and do things because you do not want them to say a particular thing, you are becoming someone else. That is prison on its own. Like, hey guys, now it's been a while we did a sit down video, so I'm super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. One, because I know that it's going to liberate so many persons who are actually experiencing this right now. So let's go straight to this issue on ground. Yes, because we really need to talk about it. For starters, welcome to my channel. My name is Judy James. I get to film about beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and self-development. I mean, the family is growing like at a very, very fast pace, and I just want to say thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you're just joining the family, you are welcome on board. This is me hugging you right here because it feels so good, and you're amazing. Never forget that, all right? How can you stop caring about what people think? Now, a bit of a backstory. I was one person who suffered a lot from what people were saying, and most times when we talk about what people are saying about us, we kind of take it far to be people who do not mean anything to us, people who are not close to us. But there's some persons, and maybe if you fall in this category, just let me know in the comment section, or maybe you could just say you resonate, where the people who say things about you are the people who are even more closer to you. It could be family, it could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your relative, it could be that auntie, yes, that auntie that comes to the house and want to mind her business, and which is all about. You could be church mothers. Everyone just seems to have a say about your life, and you would just, you know, be living another person's life, because once you start caring about what people think about you, trust me, darling, you're going to be living another person's life, not your life. I know someone will be like, Kitty James, you said backstory. Can you go down to it? All right. So yes, I am here to spew the details, and I'm going to try to make this video very much impactful and insightful, and at the same time, be very careful about the duration. Yes. Okay, all right, so here's a bit of a backstory. Now look at my face. I have makeup on. Well, my nails are not done. This is my natural hair. Well, that's because I decided that I was going to go to Team Natural. There was a time that I was carrying a relaxed hair, and because my mom, to be more specific, is not supportive of, or at the time was not supportive of, you know, you having to relax your hair. So wearing earrings was a no-no, making up, wearing lashes, oh my goodness, you do not qualify to be a good wife. You're not going to be this. How are people going to, you know, people are saying things about you. So I literally lived my university years. If you haven't watched 20 things I wish, I mean not 20 things, but things I wish I knew in my 20s, please watch that video. I'll try to link it up for you guys to see. 5 years in the university, like the first 4.5 years in university, I was literally another person. So I kind of lead a doubled life. Why? Because when I'm at home, I have to be my mommy's girl and, you know, look the part. Look at the Jesus daughter. I am a Jesus daughter. But I needed to look the part that she wanted. And then when I got to school, I had to be another person. So I was literally living a double life, and it's stressful. If you're a Nigerian, and you can definitely relate to it with what I'm saying, let me know in the comment section. So I think it was in my almost getting to, when I was almost done with my finals, I was like, how long is this going to continue? Now you're leaving the university and you're going to, you know, you're going to go serve, but before you serve, you have to stay at home for a period of time. How are you going to continue like this? It was at that point that I told myself, nah, I need to be real. I need to tell myself the truth. I like this. I want to look this way. Okay? Now, there's no offense rather to anyone who chooses to look the way my mom wanted, but this was how I wanted to look. And so what happened? I went back home. I started doing mild makeup, you know, and she was talking, she was complaining, you're wearing trousers, and it was more like hell for me at home. But over time, she had to adjust to the fact that, man, I'm becoming an adult and I can look a certain way, and that in any way doesn't affect my belief or the fact that I love God and I would always be a Christian. Now, it took her time, but eventually she adjusted. And what happened? I became myself. Now, the second thing that happened to me in uni, I recall in a university, staying in the hostel, of course, you have roommates. I had about 15 roommates at the time, and I wasn't really into beverages, and all of a sudden I started taking because I wanted to gain weight. Everyone was complaining that I was lean. So I took the beverages and I was feeling, I was healthy and I was putting on weight. And one of my roommates said, "Why are you always taking your tea so thick? Okay, you are gaining weight and you're not looking beautiful when you gain weight." And I started feeling bad. I had to reach out to someone, another roommate of mine, and she was like, "Don't care about what people think." And the surprising thing was, this was our friend, but she said, "Don't care about what people think." That was a defining moment in my life in the university, which takes me to why you should stop caring about what people think. Because the moment you care about what people think and do things because you do not want them to say a particular thing, you are becoming someone else. You're going to spend 20 years, 30 years, 10 years of your life being another person. You would not want that for yourself. Like, that is prison on its own. Like, imagine that you're walking on the streets and you are free, but in reality you're actually in prison because you're worried. How would they feel if I let them know that I do not want to do this course? Especially here in Nigeria, students are studying courses that on a normal they don't like it because they just have to make their parent happy. What will my dad say? What will my mom say? So this video is about letting you stop caring about what people think and eventually do what you would want to do, as long as it is not morally wrong. Now, it feels so easy to say. Someone will be like, "Yuri James, you don't know, my parents are gonna kill me." You think they will kill you, but you're actually killing yourself, making them happy. People eventually will adjust, because the truth is, people try to project their failures, their worries on us. And then when we try to do things to please them, we are living in that fear. And it's just going to stop there. You're going to become a father, you're going to become a mother, and you're definitely going to project that version of you onto your children. So we have this transfer from one generation to the other. Meanwhile, you have the opportunity to break that. Now, isn't it surprising to know that the most constant thing in the world is actually change? Yes, it is change. And it's crazy that for something to change, meaning it is not constant, okay, but the constant thing in the world happens to be change. I don't know if sometimes you just sit back and look at that word. So yes, you can change your life today if you stop caring about what people think. And the first step is going to be, being true to yourself. Yes, being true to yourself. I said it at first that once you do things based on what people are thinking, you're not being true to yourself. You're living a lie. Yes, you think you're living their truth, but you're actually living a lie to yourself. And YOLO, you only live once. So would you want to sit back or think back at your years and realize that all along you were living someone else's life? A story is told about a particular student here in Nigeria that his parents wanted him to study medicine and he didn't want that for himself, but because the father was insisting, he went 6 years in university and he came out, he became a doctor. What did he do? He gave the certificate to his father. It was like, now I can eventually live my dreams of becoming a musician. Now imagine that he would stood his ground and said, okay, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to. That's 6 years. No matter how much you would people would say that he pleased his parent. That was 6 years wasted. Now, what's the guarantee? I tell my friends who care to listen, what's the guarantee that you're going to see tomorrow? Yes, I know that God says that we're going to have a long life, which is what every believer should desire. But what is a guarantee that you're going to see tomorrow? Jesus stayed 33 years on earth and he was able to impact lives. So for each time you keep caring about what we think, you're missing out on being who you are meant to be. And darling, I can't want that for yourself. So yes, to be true to yourself, here's what you have to do. Start asking yourself questions. What do I really want for my life? What do I want? What are people saying that is actually affecting me? So yes, once you do that, carry out that practical of, carry out that self-evaluation, and then you tell yourself the truth. Now you're going to start doing that. Get ready, darling. I want you to build a very big back. Yes, make it thick, make it heavy, because people are going to want to say something, but they say that if you last, the same people that you thought they were going to say something, they'll be the ones celebrating you. When you become successful on a thing that you're worried about, that if you do, they are going to talk. They say the first 20 years of your life, people worry about what people say if they do something. And then the next 40 years, you care less. And then next 20 years, that's like 40 to 60, you care less and eventually want to do it. And when you're at 60, you realize that nobody really cared all along. All they did was trying to project an image of who they wanted for you, for themselves. It's a selfish world. Your dad, your mom, as long as it is not anything that is morally wrong, okay, and they're saying don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, because of maybe how would people in church see me like this, see me like that. Now, I'm not in any way saying you should disobey your parents, but when you're doing something that you know you're not true to yourself, darling, you are lying to yourself. I tell you, you're going to be unhappy. And that's I was literally in prison for a very long time. I recall one day I was doing my chores at home, and then all of a sudden it felt like someone tapped me on my back. I was like, Yudi, your life belongs to you. You can actually do this. You can do this. You can do this. And I was like, whoa, my life actually belongs to me. Like, it felt like it was a point of awakening, and someone needs to wake up today to stop caring about what people think, but it has to do with your relationship, your health, your faith. Stop caring the hell about what people think. Now, this is going to make you develop a thick skin. Sometimes it might require you walking away from toxic environment, changing companies or friends and relationships that were not actually helping you, because when you want to do a certain thing and people are going to talk, you're not going to want to put yourself in a place where they're constantly saying negative things. It could affect you. So you might want to take yourself away from that space for a while, and then be sure that you are fortified to withstand any opposition that will come your way, because trust me, they're going to come. But yes, if you're strong enough, you're going to be able to last. And the truth is, being and doing what you've always wanted to do will give you a sense of joy, peace, happiness, that you're literally going to irradiate. You're going to be glowing. Someone's going to be like, what happened? Are you getting enough rest or something? But the truth is, you are just being you. You're finally getting to be you. Even God wants you to be you. He brought salvation to us. Jesus brought salvation to us, but he didn't force salvation on your throat. He gave you the ability to be able to choose and say, invite me into your life. I want to be there. Okay? He didn't force his way, but human beings who try to force their opinions on you, and that on you, and make you feel bad for choosing you. Please don't fall for that shit. Like, don't fall for it. So I'm looking at making this in series. So we're going to have part 1, part 2, and part 3. Darling, choose you today. Stop thinking about what people would say about you, because the truth is, the reason why they have a mouth is so they can talk, think, and say anything. But you should have a will of your own. There's a reason why Christ gave you a will. Stop putting yourself in that prison and get out today. So it's time to stop thinking. This is going to be a series, so please like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you do not miss out on all that I'm bringing out. This we can give you back to back, because I want you to start living the life of your dreams and not care shit about what people think. All right, it's your girl Yudi James, and thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.